Hi everyone, it's Marian from MIP Mix channel. So after a while I didn't put anything here on the YouTube channel. You can see now I had to replace my top plates or strut mount on the Hyundai Santa Fe we have, because it was making, especially when parking, moving the wheel around left and right. It was making some noises, funny noises, and I didn't like them. So I bought them parts. I found key YB, and I start the work. But you see here, the place where the strut is assembled, it's covered by that mask, plastic mask, and before to proceed, you have to remove it. You have to remove it. The point is, I wasn't sure how are working those little pins. So the first one, I brought a little part of it. Here you can see how it's moving, how it's working, and how easy it is, how nice it's working, and how easy it is when you know how to remove it. Here, look at it. With the hand you keep it, the ring on the top, and with the other one you push it. So this was the first steps to make you room to be able to remove the screws who are keeping the strut on the body of the car. So this is take some time. I try to make the movie, this DIY film, short as possible, so you see everything I filmed and I move it fast forward. Here you can see I marked the wiper, the place where it was, because I had to take it out in order to be able to remove the cover. So when the job is done, you have to fix exactly on the same place those wipers. So now with a flat screwdriver, you take the cover of the wipers out, and then you need a 14mm key. With that one, you remove. So to remove is not very difficult. Here you have to push to move it up and down until it's coming out. The same, but you'll see I have to lower the cover of the engine in order to be able to take out the second wiper on the driver, on the passenger side. So now you can take out the cover, and you're gonna have a lot of space to do your job here. Don't put it too far because you have the pipes for the windshield washer fluid. So I did only now I took off the wheels because I wish to be sure I can take everything out in a good order, not to broke everything there. So now I take this out. It's not the best solution, but you can take it out. You see I put a bar. I tried to push it down, but it's so strong. I reported what I was used on the small cars like Elantra and the Yaris I had before. This was much more difficult to take them out. So I used a bigger pipe to give me more force, more power. After you take that out, you have to remove the nuts there and the screws who are assembling the strut with the knuckle body. So here you see I removed them on the top, so that was my mistake. I had to leave it there on the top, and after I took out the link bar to release them. So anyway, at the end I was able to remove on the other side. You'll see how I proceed there, because here it was a little bit stuck and I had some little troubles to take it out, but at the end I didn't broke anything and I took it out in order to replace. Here I check up if the link bar are okay. They seem to be strong enough, and I decide they are not making any noise anywhere. So I wasn't sure if they're gonna be broken. It was not easy to believe that. So now you're starting the work on the strut assembly. First, you need this press to put it diametrically opposite and tight a little bit on one side, a little bit on the other side, and so on until the spring is compressed and it's giving you enough room to remove the top plate. In my case, the top plate was the problem. So here you need a 17 millimeters socket, you see, and believe me, it's pretty tight, that nut. So I wasn't able with the bar. I had to take the other tool, which is much stronger, and like this I was able. But here I wasn't sure how much I have to take it out, and I was a little bit afraid. First time I take out a spring like that and a top plate, so I came step by step by hand. On the other side I was working only with the tools, electric tools, and I remove it much faster. But at the beginning, when you don't know what you're doing, it's better to take your time to do your job carefully. So that's the used part, and you'll see something interesting there. Here the new one. I took off the nuts. I clean up that rubber. I clean up the spring. I clean up the seat where the rubber is. Here you have to press it by hand to go in to protect your shaft on the strut and you see here on that rubber plate are 3 pins, and you have to find a place because there are 3 holes there where you should put them, and you have to follow them. And because the spring has a certain position to align it with. So here you can see a place, a shaft, a flat surface. You have to pair it with the top plate, and you see here on this one where it is located. It's not very easy to find it, but that flat surface is helping you a lot to tight the screw back there. So you see it a little bit clearance there. It's not very tight on. Look here, report this one is much tighter. It's not rotating so much as the non-original, the KYB, but that's it. I had to remove it. I put a new one, and I keep going with that. So Now I'm trying to put everything back. I have to find the position of the spring on that rubber piece because it should be on the right position. It's kind of a shoulder there where you have to come with the end of the spring. So now I'm trying to put back the new strut mount or top plate, but there you have to align it with the flat surface. And at the beginning I wasn't sure I'm doing right, but the spring wasn't enough pressed, so I start to press it a little bit more to have more clearance, to be easier to see um, where I have and what's the position, the right position for the top plates. So I marked a little bit with the marker the plug on the top plate position of the flat surface, and I pair it with the other one, which was on the shaft, and now it seems to be okay. And I can put back the screw, and at the beginning I'm tightening a little bit by hand to be sure it's going smooth there, not to destroy the thread of the shaft. And after you tighten it enough, it should be tight, strongly tight. I cannot tell you exactly what's the momentum, the torque, but should be. And you can see here, you have to be aligned, very well aligned. The arrow from the top plate with the position where the knuckle assembly is going inside of the strut assembly. So if it's not aligned, you can turn by hand a little bit the shaft with the top plate. So now I started to fix back the whole strut assembly. It's a little bit heavier than a small car, but you can see I did alone this job, and my wife was filming me, and you can see by one hand I keep that on top, with the other hand I took the nuts, which I let them be close, handy, and you can see in the medallion there I was how I did it, just tighten them a little bit, leave them a little loose until you fix the screws, these big ones. As usually on this kind of screws I put anti-seize paste, rust protection, and you see, when you're putting back, you have to turn a little bit one by one, or the knuckle or the strut assembly. Lift, down, up, down. Turn a little bit here and there, and those parts are gonna find themselves the position where they should be. And after you fix one of those screws, it's gonna be a little bit easier with the next one. And you put the nuts back and shoot them. Should be tight very well because all the body heavy of the body is gonna be on those parts. So here I start to tight on the top, then I go down, I tight here, and now I'm putting back the bracket. And now it's time to press back the end of the link bar. So you will see on the other side I used a better method. Here I wasn't able with this bar to push them down, but I took another one, a longer one, and with the longer one I was able to find a place to push it down. And I, with some little struggling, I was able to fix it back on its position, tight, well. And after this nut is um, tight well, you can fix back the wheel. You can lower the car, and you can go on the other side of the car to do the same, exactly the same job. So I'm gonna keep filming. I'm gonna still leave the work on the other side because you'll see little differences. And I suggest you to watch all the movie before to start the work to see which idea is better for your work, and yourself you're gonna decide how to do it in the easier and best way. So now I'm on the other side of the car. I didn't film the way I lift it up and I took it out the wheel. I just start to film here where I start to disassembly. So with the gun I took out those screws. You can take them with regular tools, but you need some power, some force. Like this, it's working faster, much faster and easier for me. That's the purpose I bought those tools, to help me to short, to give me some more time available, not to spend too much time on turning some nuts on the screws. And now you see the same. Set up the press, take off everything, replace the bad part with a new one. KYB I put, I don't know how good it is, I cannot tell you. Buy this or buy something else, your choice. You can go to the dealer to buy original parts, or I took this one, it was way cheaper. And if it's gonna broke, that's it, I'm gonna buy another one. And the labor, it's on me, so I didn't pay for that, it's just my time. Anyway, if it's gonna broke again, and if I have to do this job again, I think I'm not gonna film again this operation on this car because already it's done. So now you can see I took out the nut on the top. You can remove now the bad part, that plastic cover you need it. So I'm taking out that rubber, and I clean up the sitting place for the spring. It's better to be cleaned up. On this car, I spray it against the salt for the winter time. So you see, I'm very dirty on my hands because it was a kind of a mix with dust and grease on those springs, on those parts, and um, here I put it back. As I told you before, there are 3 pins. You have to find the position of the 3 pins on that table. Align them well, press them back. It's going pretty easy to put them back, and then you can align the shoulder of that rubber plate. It's a kind of shoulder there on the metal and the rubber plate, and the end of the spring, lower end of the spring, should be exactly on the same position. So now I'm preparing the new part, and I'm cleaning up the old parts, and put them on the new parts, and starting back to the assembly. I start the job pretty late in that day, and as you can see, it's getting dark outside. Visibility was bad and worse and worse, but I wish to finish that job on that day, because if I remember well, the next day has to be a raining day, so I didn't want it to be unfinished, this job. So from here, you cannot see big deal until I'm starting to fix the assembly back. Practically, it's the same way I did it on the other side, and it's gonna be a little difference in the way I fix back the end of the link bar on the hole, which is on the strut mount, and you will see how I work there. So here I clean up a little bit those surfaces, because there too was dirt. So anti-seize paste, move it up, turn it back and right and up and down, and until you find those holes to be concentric. Yeah, when you find the position, throw in the screw, and then you can put the nut, tie them well, and big part of your job is finished now. As I told you, it's first time I'm doing this job. I was a little bit with emotions, because I didn't know how it's gonna work. But at the end, the result was okay. So here on the top, uh, again you have to tie them well. Only two screws I was able to do them with the bark, and then I have to take the ratchet because it wasn't enough room under the wipers mechanism, and I didn't want to remove it from its place just because of that. So here, as I told you before, I'm trying the same trick, but didn't work. I don't know, I wasn't able to find a position to press it well. So you'll see now a little invention. I was I have an old car jack with hexagonal socket, so it was easy to lift it up. I put it very easy on the position, and then I lowered this same way, fast and easy. So if you work and you have a car jack like that one it's from Dodge Chrysler. They are having at least the oldest model, 10 15 years ago. They had those kind of car jacks with um, hexagonal socket, and it's easy to work. It's very easy to work on those. So everything is tied back, and now I'm putting back the wheel. You should tight it right. You don't need to see your wheel riding before you on the highway or somewhere else. So tight it well on the specs. You see here, put on 75 80 pounds feet or 100 newton meters. You're gonna be okay with that. So now both sides are done. You're gonna see as much as possible how to put back the cover. It is dark. I was alone. If you have someone there to help you, you're gonna finish a little bit earlier, easier, faster, because one person on the side, the other one on the other side, and it could be much easier to work. Me, I had to take care of the phone. I have to take care of that job. I have to move the light here and there. But at the end, I finished the job. Thanks God, everything was well assembled. Here you have to press that cover to protect against the dust and humidity over the superior end of the strut mount. There where are the plates, top plates. Um, and Now, after you put everything like that, have to put those covers with their pins. You have two type of pins. These covers, lateral covers, have a kind of pins. You took them out first with a screw driver, and these ones are a little bit different, but the working principle is the same. And press back, you see here, they are splitted. You have to press them inside to go all those parts, splitted parts, to go in same time in the hole, and the part is fixed. You see, these are the other type of the pins here. This cover has to be pressed again to make a click. Now I'm going back on the other side, do the same. You see here, I tried there, didn't work, go on the other hole. At the end I finish with all of them. If they are not concentrical, you can move them a little bit until you find the right position, right spot there to push the pin inside. Okay, and now the other one, and it's gonna remain some of on the big cover. These ones, you can see here how they are working. Easy. The other side too. Good. And the last cover. You can see here how it is made. Again, click. So this was your job. You finish it. Congratulations. So it's remaining you to put back the wipers, and if you align them with the position where you marked before to take them out, you're gonna have no troubles there. So thank you for watching.